Hello, I'm your Viking tour guide, and I'm here to show you how to fill out your choice selection card for classes in the fall. Come with me for information to get the classes you want to take. This tour is for students who will be entering 7th grade and 8th grade next year. If you're going to be in 7th grade, follow the yellow course request card. If you're going to be in 8th grade, follow the green course request card. Now remember, what you write down on your course selection card will determine what classes you take for next year. Be sure to select only the classes that you're wanting to take. The top part of the registration card is information about you, your name, first and last, student number, that's the number you put in at lunch, previous school, you can just put DPMS, parent guardian number, their phone number, and their email. Listen closely while I tell you about the 4 steps to the registration process. The first step lists the required classes. All students are required to take 4.5 credits of required classes. In 7th grade, the required classes are English, Math, Science, Utah Studies, and Health. In 8th grade, the required classes are English, Math, Science, U.S. History, and Digital Literacy. For step number 1, you'll need to select which English and Math course you would like to take. You can take regular or honors. If you have questions about which one to take, I would suggest talking to your parent and current teacher. They'll have great recommendations for you. Canyon School District does not permit students to replace a required class with another elective class. You can, however, choose to drop a required class for educational release. If you are doing this, please circle what period of the day you'll be gone. Parents must also fill out the district form to complete this step. This will let us know which required class you are dropping. Now on to step 2. Step 2 shows the elective classes. You get 2.5 credits of elective classes this year. That could be a combination of full-year classes and half-year classes. You will need to rank your top 2.5 credits with which class you want to take the most being number 1. After you reach 2.5, select 3 alternative classes. Mark those classes with an A. There are 4 categories of elective classes. Please use the QR code on the front of the card for full class descriptions. Be sure to look at whether the class is a half-year class or a full-year class. Some classes you will get to choose if you wanted a half-year or a full year. You will need to circle the length that you would like. And make sure to total the credits with your core classes and elective classes and that they equal 7 credits. The first category of elective classes is Career and Technical Education, also called CTE classes. This includes classes like Robotics, Exploring Tech, and Facts A and B. The second elective category is Fine Arts. This includes classes like Art, Theater, Dance, Choir, Band, and Orchestra. Category 3 are for extension classes, which include Journalism, Latinos in Action, World Languages, and Student Council. Some classes will require you to fill out an application, have an audition, or go through the election process. Category 4 is Fitness. This includes team sports, dance classes, and yoga. Category 5 is for the Dual Language Immersion Program. This is a required elective for students in the DLI program. If you are not a DLI student, don't worry about Category 5. The next step is for educational release. Some students refer to this as late start or early out. If you would like to have late start or early out instead of an elective class, please fill it out here. If you're taking educational release for a required class under Step 1, you don't need to do anything here. Educational release will only be granted after you have filled out the district required form at releases.canyonsdistrict.org. You must mark educational release on your registration card and fill out the district form. Below educational releases are student intervention classes. You don't need to worry about that section right now. Now on to step 3. Before you turn in your card, you'll need to review your registration. Make sure you have all your required and elective classes, and make sure they add up to 7 credits. Please choose your classes wisely because there will be very limited schedule changes. Any request to changes on your schedule, including late start, must be emailed to your school counselor before the date listed under step 3. Look at your card now and circle that date. Changes to your schedule will only be made if you need an intervention class, so now is the time to decide what classes you want. After you have reviewed the card, sign it. That's step 4. Signing your card says that you've reviewed the registration and agree to stay in the classes you selected. It also says that you understand that there are no schedule changes after you receive your schedule in August. You will also need to have your parent or guardian sign your card too. Some important information before we go. If you need an additional card, they are available on the DPMS website or in the Student Center. Take the card home and go over it with your parents. This video is also available on the Draper Park Middle School Student Center webpage. Your parents can watch it as well. After you've filled out the card and signed it, bring it to your science class on this date. We will be entering in your choices to Skyward during your science class on this date. Write that date on the top of your card. If you are not in science class on this day, bring your card to the Student Center. It's been great talking to you today. Get ready for next year by thinking about what you'd like to do in the future. Focusing on your work today and building a strong foundation will help make next year be the best year yet.
Created using Powtoon.